Welcome back, everyone, to the fifth episode of Landing Page Anatomy, a series where I dive into the best performing e-commerce landing pages to see what we can learn from them and in terms of the success and what can we do to replicate it as well. So for today, we'll be looking at Blissy, which is a pillowcase e-commerce business, and they have mimic a article style landing page. So this is how it looks like in terms of the landing page. So let me just share my screen. So ta-da! As you can see here, this is a Blissy Insider, which is a cheeky twist towards Business Insider, which is smart. And they have the typical social media elements in the website and display looking ads, very cheeky, smart, with a main picture and with all of these, and even the date. Well, if they have an offer, it would be even better. And they have all of these social proof and lots of writings, and this is how it generally looks like. So for landing page anatomy, let's dive into it. So they have a Blissy Insider, just showcasing the order about contact. I guess the reason why they do so is because they didn't want to give people a feeling that it's a e-commerce website, but more so as a news article. So they don't want to put too much elements on top. And from then on, they move on to the headline where it's this pillowcase is quickly becoming the must-have gift of 2022, which is a great title of a news article style with a keyword must-have gift and specificity of 2022, which is great, which gets people attention to say, why is it a must-have gift? And they follow up to say, well, it's truly a game changer, has over 80,000 5-star reviews. So they have a big dream to say it's a game changer, and they follow up with a social proof to say, hey, we've got 80,000 5-star reviews. And they also have a side call to action of follow Blissy, which is the brand, and the following social media platforms. It does mimic an article or just typical news media out there because they always have social media to encourage people to share. So they take advantage of the format where users are familiar with and turn it into an ad. So moving on from that on, they have article style. Continuing on, they say they have a publishing date, which is smart because that's what the typical media would do, and they have an objection handling to say with thousands of verified 5-star reviews, what is it about that makes everybody want one? I think it's the typical question people ask: what makes it good? So they then follow up with a hero image of a person hugging a pillow, which is another typical style that a lot of articles have nowadays, which they have a big hero image as well, or just a stock photo. And what's good is they also included social proof to leverage the authority bias, where they will showcase all of the great stuff. For example, the Oprah magazine. Who doesn't like Oprah, you know? So that really captures the attention to say, okay, seems like there are a lot of great people recommending it. Perhaps I should give it a go. And besides that, they also have a display ad-looking format at the side, which mimics a typical news article style, which I really like. It gives user an illusion that, I'm actually reading an article. So not just a typical landing page. And they also make it relevant as well to say you never have to sleep on cotton again. For this case, never have to use the competitor's product or the existing product type ever again. And the description to get the product for the end benefit of 1, 2, 3, which is better sleep, smooth hair, glowing skin, and the call to action to say check availability. And they also have featured on, and again, authority bias with the logos such as the Oprah magazine, Good Housekeeping, Prevention, Glamour, Pop Sugar, Allure, which is smart. And they then continue to say, note, you probably never sleep on cotton again, which is a pretty interesting one, just to perhaps based on research, I realized that most people are sleeping on using cotton. So that's the main typical materials that people use. So they use it as a smart way to play around and hook them in. So what's good is they have a conversational news article copy style where they have a hook to say different types of, normally people usually want like TV, video game, the latest phone, electronics. So that's people would typically want, which is something people will accept. They're like, okay, fair enough. So as they continue reading, but but when waves of consumers started clamoring for a pillowcase, analysts everywhere were scratching their heads asking, what? Consumers all over want to get their hands on the Blissy pillowcase, even kids. So the highlight would be the waves of consumers started clamoring for the product, which really give people a sense of imagery to say, okay, it sounds like it's a really hot product that sells like hot potatoes as hot cakes. And the intrigue where analysts are even scratching their heads. Even the professionals are confused and asking which is the main question, which builds the hype. Everybody wants to get their hands on, even the kids. So that is interesting. And then they continue to present and elaborate on a story with a existing customer and a new user. In this case, it would be Patty and her husband and also their granddaughter. So the testimonial begins with highlighting different benefits. They also have things such as it's comfy. For example, the new user, aka the granddaughter who came over, said, "Oh my God, Nana, the pillow is so comfy and slept through the whole night." So this means it's comfy and it's easy for them to sleep through the whole night. And the benefit too, she also mentioned that, she usually toss and turn because she gets hot, but she didn't really do that anymore. Could suggest benefits such as it's airy and not really that hot and made more breathable fabric. So the benefit tree will also be that it's clean and shiny because the way she mentioned, unexpected benefit would be how clean and shiny the hair was, which they have hinted it now and they'll explain later on. And then the gifting occasion as well to say, hey, this could be a great gift because the granddaughter was so appreciative of it and said, I would love to get it for my birthday. And the dream state of every single grandparents to let their grandkids to be the happiest girl or boy in the world. So that really targets the grandparents who are reading the copy as well. Or even just anyone who say, perhaps if I get people this pillowcase as a gift, they'll probably be the happiest person in the world. And that follow out of social proof to say, not just Patty, but thousands of people are buying it for their friends and family. They'll be like, okay, it's not just Patty, it could be other people doing it as well. And the gifting occasion would be, it's a good, quick, last-minute gifts for the family, and this would be a great idea for people who don't have any ideas what to get, and this sounds like a good choice as well. So moving on, they also provide like an article style where they have a headline to say with thousands of verified 5-star reviews, what is it, the Blissy pillowcase that's making everyone want one? As you can see, they kind of repeat the question to overcome the objection again of a user holding a product. So it does feel like an article as I keep reading on, where they back it up to say, I thought pillowcase would become the best-selling product of the year. Intrigue. This is where people will be wondering, what do you mean by that? How is it so? And so they further solidify that sort of big intrigue to say, it's a high-quality product, which is why it's the highest and most rated silk pillowcase company with over 80K 5-star reviews. That's a lot. And then they follow up to say, but don't just take our word for it. Like, here are the reasons why. So that's when they move in and get the juicy part. So the first benefit is it will give you an incredible night's sleep. So that's good that I put it in as a headline, so people will know. Okay, I can tell that it gives me a good night's sleep. But how so? So then they continue to start off by painting a dream state. Ever imagine what it will like to sleep through the entire night without waking up? So ever imagine what it will be like for dream state without the friction, as you can see, or better yet. And then to elaborate the dream state, to sleep through the entire night and get the deepest, most restful sleep that you've had in years. And then they further to say, this is how you can achieve the dream by saying, with Blissy, you don't have to imagine it, which is good. They start with a dream state, I just want a good sleep. And then they further elaborate to say, not just good sleep, but the most deepest, most restful sleep. People will be like, okay, sounds really good. And then that's when they whack it with you don't have to imagine it now. It's possible. And they'll follow up with good features from there on to say, first of all, why is it good? It's because it's temperature regulating. It keeps us cool throughout the night. No more tossing and turning. And second is it keeps it soft and smooth. It won't bunch up and become comfortable. And they follow up some facts where your head retains approximately 10% body fat. If it tends to get hot while we sleep, cooling pillow or pillowcase is important. This gives people an interesting perspective. Say, okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that it's approximately 10% body fat. And it seems like it does make sense on why I should get this pillowcase because it is temperature regulating and it wouldn't get too hot. And they also follow up with a recap to say, with a Blissy, you don't have to wake up at night to flip to the cool side, which is the first benefit. Second benefit, and then you can wake up, relax, and refresh again. So it's more like selling the convenience and also the relaxation. And they follow up with a hero image of a user sleeping sound with a pillow. So that is typical in article format as well, a headline description elaboration on the headline and also with the image. And they follow up with a second benefit to say it will improve look, feel, and health of the hair. And again, they use the same formula with painting the dream state. You will, for example, end result than before doing this. So for this case, would be you wake up with your hair looking better than how it was when you went to bed. Not bad. But end result will be wake up with the hair looking better than how it was before going to bed or before having this product. So then they follow up to say, this is the feature. We have this high quality 22 Momme 100% mulberry silk. No idea what's that, but sounds pretty cool. Are incredibly soft and smooth. So soft and smooth, high quality as a feature. And then the benefit is this reduces the friction, which makes it virtually non-existent. Great. I can kind of tell the benefit right now. The high quality, it means that the friction is virtually non-existent. And the end outcome would be you wouldn't tuck or pull, get tangled. So this would be the good result of not creating any heat due to friction, and it won't get breakages or split ends either, which is an interesting perspective and an interesting way to explain it. They first start off with dream state, then they provide a feature, and then leads to the benefit, and then here's an outcome. And they also take a jab at other competitors, such as cotton, for example, for this case, where cotton absorbs moisture and causing hair dry and damage, and it can be absolutely filthy, and you have to wash your hair more often. Another interesting side note, and how they are better is because they won't absorb moisture. Your hair is cleaner, your pillow is cleaner, you don't have to wash your hair nearly as often. And then they follow up with an outcome to say, now you can wake up with the product with the benefit of hair being healthier, shinier, and you feel great. So that is the second benefit. The third benefit is your skin will thank you. So for this case, they have a hero image or just an image of a model lying on pillow smiling, could be the customer, and they paint a scenario of, for example, faces in direct contact with pillow all night while you sleep. So that's a scenario they're following on. And they elaborate to say what's the condom using on the product is pillowcase from under fabric will create friction and absorb skin's moisture and lotion, which makes sense, okay, because pillowcases, they absorb it, so it will create a filthy breeding ground. And then they elaborate on the problem to say, okay, because of that, and how our product is better is we wouldn't do any of that. We wouldn't absorb the skin oils, lotion, so you wouldn't cause a dry out on your skin or face and damage it further. So the benefit, again, is prevent sleep wrinkles. And the feature is allow skin to always stay hydrated. And the explanation is it prevents breakouts. And the outcome will be provide a gentle environment while the skin can repair itself. Again, they kind of take similar features and spin it around with different scenarios, which is great. They took a perspective of a skin, of a hair, and also a sleep. And then they follow up with a dream state to say, now you can wake up with a morning glow, aka the morning glow is the dream state, which is amazing. As you can see, they keep repeating similar stuff, but they rephrase it into different scenarios that makes you benefit from it as well. Again, they keep mentioning that it's similar features, which translates to different benefits, like for example, hypoallergenic and antibacterial. So for that on, they keep saying, for this case, they took the approach of establishing a common enemy. Well, cotton pillowcase is the common enemy, create a bacterial nightmare, and they keep leveraging with fear to say every single night, because it has rough fiber and this you contain dust mites and allergens, are able to call pillowcase a home, and people after reading this, by then they'll be like, oh my god, what should I do? And that's when they come in and say, well, with Blissy, it is naturally hypoallergenic and antibacterial, which is good. And then the material make it hard for allergens to embed or stick themselves to the pillowcase. It doesn't encourage the growth of bacteria either. So it's perfect for people with allergies. So again, they target people with different pain points as well. One is people want to sleep, people want to have greater hair, or greater skin, and even for people with allergies. And they say goodbye to waking up with stuffiness, sneezing, watery eyes, and runny noses, which is a good way. I have used it before for my ad copy, and it works really well as a good ending. And they back it up with some social proof as well as a relevant testimonial showcase. Perhaps they are showcasing the source, but they use it to draw a story out of it. And they follow up to say, okay, benefit is it also very convenient and easy to clean, because for some cases, some are not very washing machine friendly. And for this case, they say that you can machine wash over and over again. And because of its antibacterial properties, you can wash 3 times less and still be as fresh as day one. So this is a good fact to propose, and the promise is you can always feel and smell fresh like it did the first day you've ever used it. Pretty solid to me. And the 6th benefit is the scenario where what if you want to bring it and travel around and you have a bad quality pillowcase? They said, why not bring it along with you so you can rest well when traveling? Benefit. Suggestion, you can bring it for hotel pillows or even with a travel pillow. And the promise, again, would be, well, with this product, you'll always be enjoyable when you're traveling around. As you can see, they break down to different scenarios, and they put out with a benefit 7, which is it adds flat, because you will never slap on anything quite like this before, so that they use it as intrigue to put people in. And then the dream was, well, this looks like you're made for movie star, and because that looks cool. And the feature is its luxurious, beautiful sheen and softness. So because of that, people will be like, okay, I can dig it, maybe because it is cool, as if movie stars will use it because of these features, which is why it's light years better than any other pillowcases ever tried. Well, sounds like a good pitch to me. And then from there on, they showcase the social proof again. They just smack social proof as much as possible and as frequent as possible to lower their barrier of skepticism and increase the barrier of trust. So as you can see, they target in different scenarios. They target people with hair problem, skin problem, sleep problem, and even travel problem, or even just whether it looks cool or not. And it could also be other scenarios, such as it's easy to clean and it is suitable with that has allergies. So they spin around different scenario base. So this shows the creativity they've gone in terms of promoting the product. And they also say, well, where can you get it? So it's easy to do so. How? What do you mean? So that's when they address it by saying, okay, so you can get it through either retailer or website. But if you look at the screenshot here, it's smart to say that they have mentioned you can buy it for both sides, but you can buy with us for 55% discount on your own side and with a one-time on when that is the discount we have. And this prompts people to purchase it from their own website. And they also overcome the objection to say, why are you being so nice to me? And why are you giving such a good deal? Well, it's because they were so confident about the positive reviews they have, they're willing to offer 100% money back guarantee. So instead of saying 100% money back guarantee upfront, they kind of layering with the fact that because it was so popular, people love it so much, they were so confident. So just why they're willing to give that with a one-time discount, 55%, and free shipping. Just stack it up different offers and also increase the social proof as much as possible, which is great. And then they move on to showcase the product of how it looks like, and have an offer reminder again to say there's 55% off, free shipping to all new customers, and then to create a FOMO where to say you can remove it at any time. This offer, so you better take advantage now of it before it goes away. And they overcome the objection to say, what if I don't like it? And they said, well, you can return a full refund, no questions asked. Again, another way to say it's money back guarantee. And the FOMO element has played in as well, where they mentioned because it has a lot of publicity, take advantage of it while supply is still available. So from then on, they also say check availability. Again, a bit of FOMO, so to say, well, check to see if you can still get the 55% discount of free shipping instead of buy now. And they also have a community build up as well to showcase a strong following they have and to encourage users to have a better brand image to say, wow, this brand seems to be quite famous, has a lot of people following it. I should probably trust it. And a good note is that they have embraced good ethics, where they have a good disclaimer to say this is mere advertisement and not an actual news article, which is great because if they didn't do this, people might be misled thinking that it was recommended by some random article called Blissy, which is bad if they were to go into a court case. So it's good that they put some disclaimer at the end. So if you were to mimic the similar style, it's best to mimic of what they were doing by saying that, okay, this is an illustrative purpose and this is a testimonial source we have to prevent them getting into any legal trouble. It's just letting users to be like, this is just a great example of having a different user experience rather than just a typical like homepage experience. Well, that is it for now. If you like it, hate it, comment on it, and send any feedback via my email, LinkedIn, YouTube comment. Shout me out, hit me up. If you're an audio lover, check out my podcast coming up soon, and I will copy the link here. So this is a Blissy Insider. Let me update it here. Get the slides as well, and check it out. Let me know if you have any other brands you want me to do. And that's it for now, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.